evening. It is November 21st, 2018. I'm Ben Singer.
And I'm Trish Williford in tonight for Tina. Thank you for joining us. Well, News 3 is following a murder investigation in Pembroke, where authorities say a man was stabbed to death by his girlfriend. Dominique Collins was arrested and charged with murder in the death of Reggie Mincy. News 3's Khalil Maycock joins us with how people in that community are reacting after the tragedy.
Some members in this community can't believe something like this happened so close to home. And one woman says she's still in shock. Erica Brunson says she is dealing with a mix of emotions. This is in reference to the deadly stabbing of 26-year-old Reggie Mincy in the Franco Miller village of Pembroke. According to the GBI, the stabbing happened Sunday night. 25-year-old Dominique Collins was arrested and charged with the murder. Mincy and Collins were living together, and witnesses say they were a couple. Brunson described Mincy as upbeat, always smiling, and someone who bounced back from anything. And although she says she's hurting right now, she has to let go of her anger for Mincy.
If we keep holding on to this grudge, we all know that that's not what Reggie would want. He would want all of us to stay happy and be happy and continue to move on, because sooner or later we're all going to be meeting again.
Now, this case is still under investigation by GBI, and Collins is still behind bars at the Bryan County Jail. In Pembroke, Khalil Maycock, WSAV News 3.
Well, holiday fire dangers are the focus of an important demonstration in Savannah today.
Firefighters show us just how fast a room filled with holiday cheer can become filled with the smoke and flames of a holiday fire. News 3's Martin Staunton shares the details in this report for your safety.
Firefighters with the city of Savannah want to make an impression on the public and demonstrate just how fast a fire can get out of control any time of year, but especially during the holidays.
It did not take very long for this fire to get here. When it was just here 3 minutes earlier, it spread quickly, fueled by things many people have in their homes for the holidays.
It depends a lot on the materials in your house, but oftentimes during the holidays, with the addition of decorations, Christmas trees, presents, you have a possibility of a quicker fire spread. Houses tend to have more materials in the house than they normally do.
There are several potential ignition points for fire this time of year.
Braid cords for extension cords and Christmas tree lights, and of course candles.
Thompson says time is the enemy once a holiday fire starts, adding the best thing to do is
to get out of the house if there's an emergency and make sure everyone's out with you.
Fires during the holiday season keeps firefighters busy.
Generally around the holidays, you'll see a pickup and calls for service, whether it be fires. Sometimes you also have the turkey fryers is another one.
Another one of the risks for fires that comes along for some over the holidays. Captain Thompson says his primary hope with this public demonstration is
I'd like them to just be aware of how quickly a fire can become unmanageable and how much of a threat it can be in a short period of time.
In minutes, everything inside was lost, but firefighters are hoping this message isn't.
Firefighters reiterate that their #1 piece of advice to the public when it comes to not just a fire at the holiday season, any time of year, is to get everyone out of the house immediately. Reporting in Savannah, I'm Martin Staunton, WSAV News 3.
A homecoming celebration for a local legend. Service arrangements have been set for Dr. Clifford Hardwick III. Visitation with the family will be held on November 25th at the Adams Chapel from 5 to 7 at night. The funeral is set for November 26th at St. Philip AME Church at 11:30 in the morning. Dr. Hardwick passed away last Sunday at the age of 91. The Savannah native was a city councilman and is the grandfather of actor Omari Hardwick.
In tonight's community report, Hilton Head Island finally has a new mayor following yesterday's runoff election. John McCann took home the title last night with more than 56% of the vote, defeating Councilwoman Kim Likens. McCann says his first order of business is to unify the town council so more can get done on the island. He also hopes to be transparent, telling News 3 he wants to have open forum days so people can come to Town Hall to talk about the issues. He will be sworn into office December 4th.
In tonight's Consumer Alert, U.S. Customs and Border Protection is cracking down on criminals using Savannah's ports to ship illegal products to the coastal empire. In their most recent sweep, officers stopped $7 million worth of counterfeit and unsafe goods from entering. Toys and electronics are on this table are just part of what was found after an intense screening process at the Port of Savannah. Some items were seized for copyright violations. Others may have dangerous levels of lead or just don't work properly.
In today's market, the consumer really has to be informed and do your research. If something seems too good to be true, if you find it being sold at a certain price or in certain types of stores, and you see it sold in a store that it's not typically sold at or for a price that just seems incredible, it's probably too good to be true.
Officers say that most counterfeit items come from other countries like China. Most of the time they're sold by criminals looking for money to support illegal activity. You can tell something's counterfeit if the logo doesn't quite look right or if the quality is poor.
Police put 16 Savannah businesses to the test for compliance with underage alcohol sales laws, and more than half of them failed. The Savannah Police Department Alcohol Beverage Compliance Unit conducted random checks in a 2-day operation last week. 9 businesses were cited for selling alcohol to underage buyers. They range from package shops to convenience stores. All of them now face fines. The managers or licensees of those establishments were notified what actions would be taken by law enforcement. More than a half-dozen businesses passed the compliance check. The 7 businesses that passed will receive letters of congratulations from the Savannah Police Department. The ABC unit says operations regarding underage alcohol sales and overconsumption continues.
Everybody wants to have a little fun on Thanksgiving, and we are on your side with a safe way to get home if you overindulge tomorrow. AAA is offering Tow to Go. It's a free ride for you and a free tow for your car within 10 miles. No membership is required for this ride. Just give them a call at 855-2-TOW-TO-GO. The services are now available and will continue until Sunday morning at 6.
Several local law enforcement agencies gathered in Savannah for an important training session today. It's called Fair and Impartial Police Training. The class helps teach police officers and supervisors about implicit bias and the idea that it is a normal human condition. Specifically for law enforcement, it's teaching them to think about how this bias impacts their behavior, decisions they make, and their perception of the community.
Not only helps me in my jail setting to be fair and impartial with inmates and everything else, it's a program that everybody needs to look at nowadays. I know things have changed in my 40-something years career here with the bias and racial things and everything else, and they teach us this in this class.
This is the first time Chatham County has held this type of class. They hope will help officers better serve those in their surrounding communities.